this whole walk out to the ocean from the Kola. And that was because, I told you the story already, it was when Kamehameha had his campaign statewide, he got allies to support him in the battles. One of them was a guy by the name of Alexander Adams. He was a Scottish sea captain. My Tupuna. And Alexander Adams gave him a musket to fight in London. Pretty. I'm not into war, but that's what happened. So, anyway, Kamehameha gave him from that stone wall up on the mountain through this valley, which is called Kupau, that ridge that's called Kulepe Moor, and the other side is called Pia, the other valley that goes up the Hawaii Loa Ridge. So, anyway, it was about 1,200 acres, and so it went down through my family through a whole kind of complicated stuff. It gets to my children were 7th generation from Alexander Adams, actually from Kamehameha. So when my grandfather died when I was 11, and my grandmother died when I was in my late 30s, and so they both wanted this land. This land is urban. We could sell this for millions of dollars if the family chose it. It's the only that's not built up to the conservation land. That people didn't take advantage of selling the land for development. It's the only one left between, I think, here and Eba. Because my grandparents wanted this to be a school for nature, basically. So we hold it, we pay pretty extraordinary taxes because it's urban land, but that's their wishes. So we're holding, my generation's good. My brother, my sister, that's, we're dedicated to that. The next one's going to be tough. But while we're still alive, we want to make this into a school. So we are starting with Waldorf, and we're going to be doing projects, Star Compass, restore Hawaiian house sites back here. We'll take care of Mouse Rock, replant coral and algae in the Blue Hole. So we're making it all project-based. And so the class will adopt the project. I do this because my daughter's there. And she's got 3 pretty serious medical issues. School ain't working. I'm right on the verge of yanking her out of school. Real close. One more incidence of abuse by at school, and I'm dragging her. And so, but what I'm trying to do is, she loves 2 things, art and nature. So we're making this the North Campus. And so that's one thing. We are going to develop these sites that already exist that need to be protected as our values to fulfill my grandparents' wish. That's one piece. The other piece is that this is going to be the training ground for the circumnavigation of the Pacific. So we're moving more of the ocean training and the mountain training. So we're looking at using the mountains as training 400 crew members to take the canoe around circumnavigation of the Pacific starting in 2021. And that's kind of looking at more on the adult side. But I know already our problem would be that we were thinking, okay, let's build a young base for voyagers to take our place, and that has to happen. But how young do you start? Because already we have a problem. That worldwide voyage started in 2008. So we're already 11 years into it. So Lehua was, I don't know, she was in 9th grade or something, who knows. And so, see, but you look at the math, right? We cannot start that, we can't even start that late anymore. We cannot start at college. It's too late. You gotta get in high school. So what I'm thinking, and here's where I would like you guys to sit down, have a conversation, record it, and give me the results if you're willing to do that. Okay, so I'm looking at this amazing opportunity where your kumu has kind of a green card to go do whatever he wants right now in this K-12 voyaging commitment at Kamehameha. And then he has these two amazing classes. One is that's already exists, right? The navigation class and Malamahome. So what I was thinking was, what if we made, and it's hypothetical because you guys are graduating already. Already you're too old in some ways for what we need to do long term. You're not too old to be a voyage. You're too old to be what we want to do. Let's say you were not, let's say in August we had everything put together, the school agreed, it's going to be a miracle to do. It's just hypothetical. August, you're in 9th grade. And there's a voyaging immersion school. Meaning, you don't, when you come to Kamehameha, you go to this voyaging school only. And all your AP stuff is built in there because it's got really good teachers. And then on the other hand, you can have the best trainers in the world. Archie Kalepa, Brian Carolina, they already committed. I talked to them. They're waiting to get this thing to go. Bruce, he's waiting to go. Top captain's got 200,000 miles. Gone on the road equivalent to 10 times already. So we're bringing the top trainers with the idea to build really young leadership, but I think it has to be immersion. That's one of the key questions to you guys. Would you want to go to? Because you know the ocean's a language, right? You speak Hawaiian, right? What we're trying to figure out is how to be fluent in the water, and so it's a whole another language. Voyaging is a whole language. It's as deep into the cultures as the spoken language is. The link to the oceans. So we want to build this immersion school where you are really being, you come into the school, you get trained by the best at first to be safe in the water, in the rough, daytime, nighttime rough. So you can go, so that essentially you can go anywhere. We're going to build this another canoe that's going to go statewide. So we want to build this immersion school to take you to the Hawaiian Islands by the oceans. And in the school you learn water safety first, and you're going to learn all the academics of voyaging, all the practical sides, and then the safety side, the training in the safety, constantly training in safety on the canoe side. And then we have like projects here. You guys are going to be so well trained in how to go into. Go to Niihau and clean the beach. And that place is so much plastic. I've been there. You walk on it. That, you know, high tide mark, that your land, clean the beach, hell with the Robinsons. Or the Ka'u, or Kaolawi, or the backside of North Shore and Molokai. That's one thing, but you're good enough to go. Put the anchor down, it's rough, you can go in. And I think once you find out how good you are, and you can do this immersion school, you can do anything. And so that would be service one way. So there's the whole. So it ends up being immersion, expeditionary base, place based. Your place is Hawaii. It's not just one Ahupua'a, it's all of them. It would be cultural based. It's as rooted and deep as anything else that's Hawaiian voyaging, and it would be service based. That you're ultimately going to take your skills and your knowledge to go make things better as a microcosm of what needs to be done in the earth, and to have a young, I bet in 10 years there's going to be such a strong young voice that's rejecting the old voices and saying, we're just tired of you old guys like my generation killing yours. Think about having children, guys. Make sure it's right. I don't think older people have any clue how to change this world, but I think young people do. Our job in Hawaii is to build, in the center of the Pacific, these voices around the whole Pacific. 65% of the economy is in the Pacific. It's not in Europe anymore. It's not on the East Coast. It's here. And So the link between the immersion school and the circumnavigation of the Pacific in terms of values is exactly the same, except your service is becoming built a voice across the students in China, the students in Chile, the students in Alaska. That's our job. Our job is to build that web. Your job is to become really, really good. And in the end, the Voyaging Immersion School will be the top known school in the world. That's what I want you guys to think about. If you are a freshman, would you sign up? That's the question. And if these ideas aren't good, tell me, but give me better ideas. I'm depending on you guys, because we're going to move fast. And there's no other place that's prepared to do this than Kamehameha and a navigation class. I don't know about the Malama Honua class. I don't know how much they want to test themselves and push themselves to be the best. I don't know. I don't know how it's engineered. But what I know about you guys, that's what I sense. And so the question is whether this, does this make sense? And would you sign up? And if you wouldn't, that's what I want to know. If you wouldn't sign up, I need to know why, so we can improve the ideas. So if you guys could, just hooey sometime, talk about it, write it down, and give it to me. The most important thing would be, I wouldn't sign up, and this is why. That'd be the most important.